Timothy Turtle lived in the woods near a river. He was a very big turtle. All the animals that lived in the woods knew him. A frog that lived near the river was Timothy's good friend. Sometimes Timothy would call, "Little frog, jump on my back. I will give you a ride." The little frog would jump on Timothy's back, and away they would go. There was a hill in the woods near the river. Timothy liked to climb up this hill in the woods because Timothy liked to slide down the hill into the river. One morning, Timothy, on his way to see his friend the frog, climbed up the hill and started to slide down towards the river. The hill was muddy. Timothy went down the hill too fast. Over he went on his back. He could not turn over. He tried and tried, but he could not turn over. Timothy Turtle was on his back for a long time. A squirrel who lived in a tree by the river saw Timothy and said,
"Hey, what happened? Can I help you, Timothy?"
"Uh-oh," said Timothy Turtle. "I went down the hill too fast. I did not know the hill was muddy. Over I went on my back. Now I cannot turn over."
"I will help you,"
said the squirrel. He tried and tried to turn Timothy over. He could not do it.
"I will find someone to help me,"
said the squirrel, and away he ran into the woods. The squirrel met a rabbit in the woods.
"Good morning, little rabbit,"
he called.
"I want you to help me."
The rabbit stopped and said,
"What can I do for you?"
The squirrel said,
"Timothy Turtle went down a muddy hill. He fell on his back. Now he cannot turn over. Come and help me flip him back."
The rabbit and squirrel ran to help Timothy. They pulled and pulled. They could not turn him over.
"I will find the woodchuck,"
said the squirrel.
"He is Timothy's friend. I know he will help us turn Timothy over."
And away went the squirrel to find the woodchuck. The squirrel saw the woodchuck under the tree.
"Woodchuck,"
called the squirrel.
"Come and help me. Timothy Turtle went down a muddy hill. He went too fast. He cannot turn over. The rabbit and I cannot turn him over. Will you come and help us?"
"Yes, I will help you," said the woodchuck. Off they ran to help Timothy Turtle. The squirrel, the rabbit, and the woodchuck pulled and pulled. They could not turn Timothy over. Timothy's friend, the frog, hopped out of the water. He saw the animals trying to turn Timothy over. The frog jumped on a rock. He called, "You cannot turn Timothy over. Take him by the tail, pull him down to the river. He will turn over when he falls into the water." So, the squirrel pulled Timothy Turtle by the tail. The rabbit pulled the squirrel by the tail. The woodchuck pulled the rabbit by the tail. And they all pulled and pulled. At last, they pulled Timothy down to the river. Into the water went Timothy Turtle, and he turned over in the water. Timothy Turtle looked up and said, "Thank you all for helping me. And now I'll give rides to each of you as my new friends." What's that? You want one more story? You're in luck. Click the link on the bottom left-hand corner for another Cookie Crumbs story.